Hey everyone, what is up? Welcome back to Intertribal Styles. My name is Larissa, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to attach a pop socket to some beadwork. And the way that I'm doing it is there's no slits in the vinyl or in the back of the beadwork at all. Basically, I cut a hole out and then I attach it that way, and then I also add the edging. So if you're interested in learning how to attach a pop socket to beadwork, then just keep on watching. So as I already mentioned, this is a tutorial on how to securely attach a pop socket to Native American beadwork, just like the one shown here. So as you can see, this is a secure method to attach your pop socket. There are no slits. I created a small hole in the middle of the vinyl, and then I added edging onto my beadwork. That way the beadwork will not fall off. First thing that you need to do is to trace your beadwork onto some glitter vinyl backing. And basically, when you are tracing your beadwork, you want to make sure that you are adding extra space, and this is because the pop socket is thick in the back. So when you're edging your pop socket on, that way you'll be able to have it fully secure and be able to edge without any problems. So now you just cut out what you just traced. Now that you have that cut out, you want to place your pop socket onto that vinyl because you want to see where you want to place it. And this is really important for this shape because it is skinnier at the top. You want to just make sure that your pop socket is placed exactly where you want it, so then that way there's no difficulty in edging it. So now what I'm going to do is figure out where I'm going to cut out my small hole on my glitter vinyl. And I'm doing this by placing my vinyl directly on top of the pop socket. The reason why I'm putting the pop socket on top of the beadwork is because I want to make sure it is placed exactly where I want it, and that the small hole is then placed exactly where I need it to be. And basically what I'm going to do is just create a small dot for now. And now I'm going to fold it in half because I want to make sure that everything is centered. And as you can see, that dot is not centered, so I'm going to place a new dot directly in the center right next to it. So now what I am doing is creating a small circle, and this is going to be the outline of my cutout that I'm going to create where the pop socket is going to go through. And I am making it extremely small, and the reason for that is because you don't want it too big, because if you make your circle too big, your pop socket can slide through it. It's not as secure. And in using glitter vinyl, like you'll see here in a minute, that it is easy to pop your pop socket through a small hole. And I am cutting my circle out with only the tip of my scissors this way, because if I use too much of my scissors, I might cut more than I need to. So that is what it looks like. As you can see, it looks very small, but you'll see in a minute that the pop socket will still be able to go through that small hole. And I'm just going to push it through. And if you want, you can obviously make your circle a little bit bigger, but I wanted to make it small just because I just want it to be really secure, and I want to make sure that my pop socket or my beadwork is not going to fall off. So that is how your pop socket looks once the vinyl is on. It literally took me 30 seconds to get it on. And I'm just showing you here how it looks once it's on. I'm showing you the importance of having your vinyl, having extra space on your vinyl, just because of the size of the pop socket. And then also, again, it's important to have that circle be kind of small just because of the thickness of the pop socket on the inside. So now what I'm going to be doing is adding my epoxy E6000 glue on the pop socket. And I'm just going to spread it out evenly over the pop socket. And this part is not required, but I am adding epoxy glue on my beadwork. But honestly, you can just add glue on the pop socket and it would be just as fine, because once you stick it on there, it will stick just fine. And then of course, once you add your edging, it definitely will not fall off. This is how it looks when all three pieces are together. Obviously, it looks like there's extra vinyl. I will cut a little bit off of it, but I'm going to quickly show you the importance of making sure that your pop socket is more in the middle and you have a little bit extra space. So I don't know if you can see that little tiny space of your stabilizer. The reason why I'm showing you this is because say your pop socket was at the very edge, then it would be more difficult to edge your earring. So you want to make sure there's a little bit of space in between the pop socket and the edge, so then that way it's easier to edge your earrings. So now what you need to do is to determine if you have too much vinyl on your pop socket. And basically I do this by holding my vinyl up to the edge of the beadwork to see if there is enough or if there's too much. For the places where there's too much, I am just using my pen to trace out where I'm going to cut out. So now you just cut off your extra vinyl, and I would still just leave just a tad bit more than you think that you need. And that is basically how you attach a pop socket. So in this video, I'm not going to be showing you how to edge a pop socket, but if you are interested in seeing that process, I will be posting that video next, so keep a lookout for that video. There isn't really anything special about it. I'm just doing the wrapped technique. But again, if you're interested in just seeing how that works, then go ahead and check that video out. But I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions about anything related to attaching a pop socket to your beadwork, just let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for watching.